Hey guys, this is FPL Tips and welcome back to another fantasy football video here on our channel. In this video, we'll be looking at my Fantasy Bundesliga team and how it performed in Matchday 28 and how it's shaping up for Matchday 29. For those of you who joined my live stream, we had some technical issues and the live stream had to be shut. So we've already discussed all of this in the live stream, so the ones who have watched it could skip to the part where we discuss the transfer options for next game. So first in goal, we have Florian Castamir from Dusseldorf, and again he gave us 2 points. This time again, Marcus Strubert was on my bench and he scored 5 points, and again my keeper on the bench scored more points than the keeper in my team. Moving on to my defense, we have Hakimi from Dortmund who scored 4 points. I did not expect a lot from Hakimi only because of the fact that he played Bayern Munich. Next we have Ismail Jacobs from Cologne who scored 5 points and he was my star defender. I really expected Jacobs to score a lot more points only because he plays out of position and has a lot more tackle and shot chances as compared to the other defenders. Next we have Matthias Zimmermann who scored 6 points and was my highest scoring defender. Game week after game week he has proven himself and has scored again. I really wish I had given him the star, but yet again it was a bad decision and he was left only on 6 points. Moving on to the midfield, we have Kenan Karaman who scored 13 points through a goal and shots on target. Next we have Kai Havertz who really disappointed me for this game week. Leverkusen were thumped by Wolfsburg 4-1 and Kai Havertz did not play a part in the only goal they scored. He was also subbed off early as a precaution for the next match they play against Freiburg, as it is an early kickoff match on Saturday. Next we have Florian Kainz who was initially on the bench but came on as a sub and scored a goal. I substituted him initially for Plee because Plee scored only 3 points and expected him to score a goal, and he did. Next we have a star midfielder Christopher Nkunku and he scored only 11 points. Leipzig underperformed and Nkunku only provided an assist in a 2-2 draw with Hertha Berlin. Next we have Grifo who scored 17 points in order of 2 assists and shots on target. These points were unexpected. I did not expect Grifo to score so many points, although Freiburg did play well in a 3-3 all draw against Frankfurt. He was the highest scoring midfielder in my team. Moving on to the forwards, we have Robert Lewandowski who scored 8 points. He did not score a goal or provide an assist but only scored points through shots on target and tackles. And then next we have a star forward, Timo Werner, who again disappointed me. He scored only 3 points and had no shots on target or tackles. The only points he scored were the points he scored for playing the 70 minutes. It was a real shame how Leipzig performed against Hertha Berlin. I really expected them to score a lot of more goals, but yet again they were disappointing, and I think Timo Werner is going to make way out of my team. Moving on, we'll see what the transfer options we have for this match week, and I'll be suggesting what transfers I am going to make for this game week. Also, I'll be giving out some players which you should look at for match 29. Moving on to my transfers, the first player who's going to make way from my team is Timo Werner. I think he's a bit overpriced and has not been performing consistently. Also, since you get Patrick Schick from Leipzig at a much more cheaper price and a much more attacking role, I think going for a player who's playing more attacking football than a 20 million price player is much more logical. So I think I'm going to go with Patrick Schick as my first transfer in place of Timo Werner. The second player who's going to make way out of my team is Vincenzo Grifo. I think Freiburg have a lot of tough fixtures coming up, and Vincenzo Grifo has provided me with enough points. So most probably he's going to make way for a Dortmund player, which could be Jadon Sancho or Rafael Guerreiro. As we all know that Erling Haaland is injured for this game week and won't be featuring, the best go-to options for Dortmund would be Jadon Sancho, Thorgan Hazard or Rafael Guerreiro. I wouldn't recommend Julian Brandt because I think he's too overpriced and has been not performing that well. In concern of my team, I think I'm going to bring in Rafael Guerreiro at this moment of time, as it would save me a lot of money to buy in another good player. The third transfer for me is Kenan Karaman out, only because he has a tough line of fixtures coming up. He plays Bayern Munich this game week and I don't think he's going to score a lot of goals against Bayern. The player I'm looking at instead of Karaman is Maximilian Arnold from Wolfsburg. He scored 24 points last game week and is in great form. I think they have a good run of fixtures coming up, and bringing him at this moment of time is the best move to go to. So these are my 3 transfers: Timo Werner out, Vincenzo Grifo out, Karaman out. In place of them, we have Patrick Schick coming in, Rafael Guerreiro coming in, and Maximilian Arnold coming in my team. These are some players that you should be looking at if you're looking for transfers. Joshua Kimmich in defense, he's been amazing and he's been scoring goals from the last 2 game weeks, He is a bit overpriced, no doubt he's 20.9 million, but if you can afford him, I would really recommend him in your team. Next, we have Mathis Cunha from Hertha Berlin. He's a forward for 9.3 million. A lot of people will be selling Haaland due to his injury and could go for Mathis Cunha as an alternative. Christopher Baumgartner is another player from Hoffenheim who played exceptionally this game week. He's been consistent for a couple of game weeks and could be a good go-to option from Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim also have an easy fixture coming up, so a midfielder for 8.4 million is a good go-to option. Apart from these three, Patrick Schick, Rafael Guerrero and Maximilian Arnold are good go-to options if you want to transfer someone in this game week. So coming on to how my team is forming up for matchday 29. In goal we have Marcus Schubert from Schalke who plays Werder Bremen, and I think Schalke could keep a clean sheet as they're improving the performance day by day. Also, he could really provide me with some save points, and I think he'll definitely score more than Castamir. Next in defense we have Hakimi from Dortmund who play Paderborn. I think Dortmund will really outscore Paderborn, and Hakimi could play a good role in giving an assist or scoring a goal. Next we have Ismail Jacobs from Cologne. I don't think I'm going to play him in my starting 11. I think Manuel Gload will take his place. But as of now, we have Ismail Jacobs from Cologne who play Leipzig. I do not expect a lot from him, but I'm giving him a last chance, otherwise he's going to get out of my team for the next match week. Then we have Matthias Zimmermann. Although he plays Bayern Munich, I think he'll score a couple of points through tackles and passes, and I really expect a lot from him. Moving on to the midfield, we have Kai Havertz from Leverkusen, who play Freiburg this game week and is the early kickoff of the game week. I really expect Kai Havertz to score this game week only because the last time they were really thumped, and I think they will be looking for a comeback this match week. Moving on, we have Rafael Guerrero from Dortmund, and as I was saying, I wanted a player from Dortmund, and this is the player I'm going to. He's cheap and is in attacking position. I think he could score a couple of goals. Next, we have Christopher Nkunku from Leipzig. They play Cologne this game week, and I am really expecting a lot. This might be the last chance from Nkunku to prove himself in my team. If he does not perform well in this game week, I think I'm going to transfer him out. They have a good scoring history against Cologne, and I expect him to give at least a couple of assists this match game week. And lastly, we have Maximilian Arnold. He's a man in form. He scored 24 points last time. He plays Frankfurt this game week. Frankfurt is a team we've seen who concede a lot of goals, and Maximilian Arnold is on set piece as well. So I really hope that he scores a couple of goals or at least provides a couple of assists. And lastly, moving on to the forwards, we have Robert Lewandowski from Bayern who played Düsseldorf at home. Robert Lewandowski is really due a couple of goals, and I think this game week could be that game week. Next, we have Alison Plee from Gladbach who play Union Berlin in this game week. Gladbach really performed bad last match against Bremen, and I think they might be looking for a comeback this game week too. They play at their home against Union, and Alison Plee could be the man who rescues them this game week. And lastly, we have Patrick Schick from Leipzig. I have brought him in place of Timo Werner. I really hope he scores. I've seen him play. He plays very good, and he's in more attacking position than Timo Werner. Hopefully this move does not backfire and he scores a couple of goals at least. So that is it, guys. This brings us to the end of the video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We post a lot of fantasy football content on Instagram, so make sure you follow us over there at FPL Tips __. This is FPL Tips signing off. Cheers.